Legacy Coins USA presents. Welcome back, collectors and history seekers. Today, we're exploring one of the smallest coins in your change box that carries one of the biggest surprises in the world of numismatics. The 2 cent coin from 2004, marked with the letter J. 2004, 2015 D, 2014 F, and 2002 F2 cent. At first glance, it looks ordinary, copper-colored, lightweight, and small enough to slip between your fingers unnoticed. But behind that tiny glimmer of metal lies a story of design, rarity, and value that has stunned coin enthusiasts across the world. This is not just a coin. It's a hidden chapter in the history of European currency. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, let's get started. You'll see how a simple 2 cent from 2004 J could become a collector's dream, a coin worth a small fortune. Let's begin with the story of the euro itself. The euro currency was introduced in 2002, replacing many national currencies across Europe. It wasn't just money. It was a symbol of unity, a promise of shared future across nations once divided by borders and wars. And within that new beginning, every country that joined the Eurozone designed its own series of coins, each featuring unique national imagery on one side and a common European design on the other. Germany, known for its precision, tradition, and deep respect for history, produced some of the most beautifully detailed euro coins. Each German mint has a small letter mark, identify where the coin was struck. A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. The letter J, our star of the day, represents a Hamburg mint, one of Germany's oldest and most respected mints, with a legacy stretching back centuries. Coins with the J mark have always fascinated collectors for their craftsmanship and occasionally for their rarity. Now let's turn to the design itself. The 2 cent coin is made primarily of copper-plated steel, giving it that warm reddish-brown tone that gleams when new and deepens with time. The reverse side, the European common side, was designed by Luc Luyckx, a master engraver from the Royal Belgian Mint. It features a map of Europe, 12 stars representing the unity of the European Union, and the denomination 2 cent boldly stamped at the center. It's simple but powerful, a coin designed not just to be used, but to be recognized instantly by millions across the continent. Now flip the coin over, the national side. For Germany, the 2 cent coin proudly displays a twig of oak leaves, a timeless symbol of strength, endurance, and the German spirit. It's the same oak design used on old German Pfennig coins before the euro's birth, a bridge between past and present, tradition and progress. Underneath, the year 2004 is engraved, the year this coin entered circulation. And just beside it, the small but significant mint mark J, representing Hamburg. Now, here's where things get fascinating. In 2004, millions of 2 cent coins were produced across Germany's mints, but not all were equal. Each mint has different production numbers, and slight variations can make certain coins incredibly rare. The 2004 J 2 cent is one of the lower mintage varieties. And over the years, collectors have discovered a handful of special versions. Coins with striking errors, die cracks, off-center imprints, or rare mint luster that make them stand out as valuable treasures. Some coins were accidentally struck on slightly different planchets, giving them a unique metallic shine or weight difference. Others show doubling on the digits of the year or letters of the word cent, known among numismatists as double die errors. To the untrained eye, these imperfections might seem like factory mistakes, but to a collector, they are golden tickets. Collectors around the world have spent years hunting for high-grade examples of the 2004 J 2 cent, especially in mint state condition, untouched by circulation. When these coins are found in perfect shape, gleaming with their original copper color, free from scratches, dents, or where their value skyrockets. Grading services like NGC and PCGS Europe have documented and authenticated several specimens with extraordinary preservation. And in recent years, collectors have become increasingly fascinated by early euro coins, realizing that these modern coins are already entering the realm of rare collectibles. Why? Because the early 2000s euro issues marked a historic shift, the dawn of a new economic era. And coins from those early years, especially with lower mintages or special markings, are becoming harder and harder to find in perfect condition. Now imagine this, a tiny 2 cent coin, one you could easily overlook or toss into a jar, turn out to be an ultra-rare treasure that collectors fight over at auctions. In numismatic circles, it's not the coin's face value that matters, but its story, rarity, and condition. The 2004 J coin embodies all three. It's a piece of European unity, born in a time of change, carrying both symbolic meaning and financial potential. And here's the part that excites collectors most. Only a handful of these coins, preserved in top-grade mint state or with confirmed striking errors, exist in private hands. Each of them is like a time capsule, a reminder when the euro was still young, and every coin was a promise of something new. As we look at this humble coin under magnification, the oak leaves, the stars of Europe, the glint of copper, it reminds us that value is not always in size or weight. Sometimes, the smallest things hold the most powerful stories. A single coin like this can travel across countries, through pockets, across time, carrying silent witnesses of every hand it passes through. Until one day, a collector spots it and realizes it's something extraordinary. And yes, among these rare finds, the most pristine 2004 J2 euro cent coins, especially those verified with minting errors or graded as flawless, have astonished the collecting community. In the right auction, a single specimen has reached an incredible price of $25,000. Thank you for joining us today on Legacy Coins USA, where every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story turns into a fortune. If you enjoyed learning about the hidden value of rare coins like the 2 euro cent, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because here, we don't just collect coins, we uncover history one piece of metal at a time. Keep your eyes open, collectors. Your next treasure might be smaller than a dime, but worth more than you could ever imagine. Next coin. A 2 euro cent coin might seem like the last thing we're studying. It is small, copper-coated, and often tossed aside as insignificant spare change. But in numismatics, appearances deceive. Some of the world's rarest finds are not always silver or gold. Sometimes they are little copper pieces that escaped mass circulation, were minted in extremely limited quantities, or contain errors that only the most trained eye can recognize. And in the case of the 2004 A2 euro cent, every detail matters. The mint marker indicates it was produced at the Berlin Mint, a mint known for high standards but also for limited runs of specific issues that later become collectibles. To understand why this coin stands out, we must first explore the broader context of euro coinage in the early 2000s. When the euro currency was introduced across Europe, billions of coins were minted to meet the demands of everyday commerce. However, not all years and not all mints produced the same number of coins. Some dates saw overproduction, while others saw astonishingly low output. The year 2004, for the 2-cent denomination of the Berlin Mint, is one of those years where production scarcity quietly created an unexpected rarity. Collectors often underestimate the power of mintage numbers, but experts understand that rarity combined with excellent preservation creates value. The 2004 A2 euro cent is known for being difficult to find in pristine, untouched condition because low-value coins are almost always sent directly into heavy circulation. They get scratched, worn, dented, and damaged within weeks. So, finding a 2004 A2 cent that is sharply detailed, lustrous, and free of circulation marks is like discovering a needle in a mountain-sized haystack. But mintage is only part of the story. Another layer that makes this coin exceptional is a strong interest from collectors who specialize in Euro Series completion. Completing a full Euro cent set with all mint marks, all special micro varieties, and all years is a challenge that attracts dedicated collectors worldwide. And among all these pieces, the 2004 A stands as one of the key obstacles. When demand rises but supply stays extremely low, market value accelerates rapidly. Coin grading also plays a significant role. If a 2004 A2 euro cent is evaluated by a reputable grading company and receive a high grade like MS65, MS66, or MS67, its desirability skyrockets. Experienced collectors know that a small denomination coin in mint state condition is not just uncommon. It is a symbol of preservation excellence. When such coins surface at auctions, bidding wars erupt quickly, pushing prices beyond expectation. Another fascinating aspect is the design itself. The front of this coin reflects the European Union's modern identity, featuring the globe with highlighted EU member states and the constellation of stars symbolizing unity. The back usually carries a country-specific design, depending on where it was minted. The Berlin Mint versions display exceptional strike clarity, making details crisp and appealing to collectors who highly value precision. Meanwhile, the 2 euro cent denomination has developed a cult following due to various errors and anomalies found in early 2000s issues. From misaligned dies to incorrect planchets and double strikes, the smaller coins prove surprisingly vulnerable to minting irregularities. Although not every 2004 A coin carries such characteristics, even normal examples have gained immense visibility thanks to collectors who closely monitor every European mint's output. Over the years, rare 2-euro-cent coins have repeatedly shocked the coin market, sometimes selling for prices far beyond what casual collectors could imagine. And each time one of these pieces sets a new record, interest surges again. The 2004 A2 euro cent is now recognized as one of those hard-to-find coins that has the potential to anchor a high-value modern European collection. As we explore this coin's journey from a small copper piece to a global collectible, the lesson becomes clear. Never overlook the power of scarcity, condition, and collector demand. A coin does not need to be made of precious metal to reach extraordinary value. What it needs is rarity, recognition, and the attention of knowledgeable collectors. And the 2004 A2 euro cent delivers all three. So, what is the highest known market value for a top-condition example of this elusive coin? Reports from premium collectors and private numismatic exchanges highlight that a flawless specimen, preserved with exceptional care and confirmed at a high mint state grade, has been valued as high as $25,000. Let's go to next. The 2 euro cent from the year 2015 bearing the Mint Mark D. It is a coin many people have handled without noticing, a coin that often lies buried in jars, drawers, pockets, and forgotten corners of Europe. Yet this tiny copper-plated steel piece carries a story far more intriguing than its size suggests. The 2015 D Mint Mark belongs to the Munich Mint in Germany, a mint known not only for its historical heritage, but also for its precision and discipline in production of euro coinage. Although billions of euro cents circulate across Europe, not every year, and not every mint produces the same quantities. Some years experience remarkably low production, and within those low numbers, only a fraction survive in the pristine state collectors crave. The 2015 D2 euro cent is a perfect example of how a common-looking coin suddenly becomes a center of attention in international numismatic circles. At first glance, someone could easily dismiss this coin as ordinary pocket change. It is small, simple, and copper-colored. But beneath that modest appearance lies a combination of rarity, condition sensitivity, and collector demand that transforms it from a common circulating coin into a high-value treasure for those who understand its significance. Modern coins become valuable not only because of their age, but also because of scarcity and the difficulty of finding them in perfect, untouched condition. Low denomination coins, in particular, enter circulation almost immediately after minting, making them extremely vulnerable to damage. Scratches, where dents and environmental exposure ruin their original luster within days. That is why uncirculated examples of the 2015 D2 euro cent are so sought after. Collectors who specialize in Euro series know that completing a full mint mark set is a challenge. Different countries operate multiple mints, each producing limited quantities. The D Mint Mark issues often stand out due to their smaller production runs, and the fact that many of the coins are heavily circulated. Finding a perfectly preserved example becomes a mission of patience and expertise. When one finally appears on the market, particularly one graded by a professional grading service, bidding competition intensifies rapidly. The design of the 2 euro cent also plays an important role in its appeal. The globe map on the obverse captures the expanding identity of the European Union, symbolizing unity and interconnectedness. The familiar stylized number 2, along with the intricate globe lines and cluster of stars, often reveals striking clarity when struck by a fresh die. On the reverse, the country-specific design adds another layer of historical value. German coins, including those with the 2015 D Mint Mark, are well known for their precision, which makes them especially attractive to collectors who appreciate clean, detailed strikes. However, rarity and design are only part of the story. Another force driving interest in the 2015 D2 euro cent is a growing movement of collectors shifting toward modern coinage series. As older coins become harder to find and more expensive, many enthusiasts turn to modern issues, hoping to identify the next major rarity before the market fully recognizes it. This shift has elevated coins like the 2015 D2 Euro cent from overlooked circulation pieces to prime targets for long-term collectors. The Euro cent denominations also have a growing reputation for hidden errors. Over the years, collectors have uncovered coins with mismatched dies, rotated strikes, off-center impressions, and even the wrong planchets. While not every 2015 D has such anomalies, the possibility of discovering one adds an element of excitement to searching through even the simplest jars of change. This sense of discovery continues to push the popularity of rare Euro cent coins higher each year. In the numismatic marketplace, we have seen modern coins with extremely low survival rates gain immense value unexpectedly. The pattern is always the same. Scarcity, quality, and demand converge, and suddenly the coin becomes a trophy piece for collectors who prioritize completeness and condition. The 2015 D2 Euro cent has captured attention precisely because of this pattern. It represents a modern rarity whose value has risen silently but steadily as more collectors join the search. And while most people around the world still believe that only gold or silver coins can fetch large amounts, seasoned collectors know that rarity matters more than metal. A tiny copper coin can shock the market when the right combination of factors aligns. That is exactly what has happened with premium examples of the 2015 D2 Euro cent in exceptional mint state preservation. After thousands of collectors, dealers, and grading experts observed the growing scarcity of flawless specimens, the coin's value reached a remarkable level. And for the finest known example, preserved with extraordinary clarity, untouched surfaces, and full original mint brilliance, the highest recorded estimate has reached an astonishing $25,000. This is the 2 Euro cent from the year 2014 with the mint mark F, a coin that has quietly become one of the most talked about modern European rarities among collectors who closely follow mint patterns, scarcity, and long-term market trends. The mint mark F represents the Stuttgart Mint, one of Germany's major coin-producing facilities. While millions of euro coins flow through European economies every year, the output from each mint differs greatly. Some years see heavy production, while others witness surprising scarcity. The 2014 F2 Euro cent sits within one of those years where production numbers were significantly lower, and more importantly, where very few pristine pieces survived the rough handling of circulation. On the surface, this coin looks simple. Copper color, small size, lightweight, and a denomination that most people ignore or toss aside without a second glance. But this is where numismatics becomes fascinating. A coin does not need to be big or visually dramatic to be valuable. It needs rarity, demand, and exceptional preservation. And the 2014 F2 Euro cent brings all three together in a remarkable way. The Stuttgart Mint produced relatively limited quantities of certain denominations in 2014, and for the low-value coins, very few were saved by collectors at the time. People tend to overlook small coins, leading to almost all of them entering circulation immediately upon being minted. Once they enter the public economy, they suffer instant wear. They get scratched by keys, damaged in wallets, contacted with metal surfaces, and eventually develop abrasion, corrosion, and loss of luster. That is why uncirculated, sharply detailed, perfectly preserved pieces from this year in mint are extremely difficult to find today. Collectors specializing in Euro cent series know that completing a full set requires coins with mint marks A, D, F, G, and J. Among these, the 2014 F has become one of the unexpected challenges. The scarcity is not due to age, but due to survival rate. While billions of euro coins exist across Europe, only a very tiny population of the 2014 F2 Euro cent remains in top mint state condition. As a result, when one of these coins appears in a professional grading holder, especially with a grade such as MS66 or MS67, interest surges almost immediately. Another compelling layer is the design itself. On the obverse, the European map reflects the expanding identity of the Union, symbolizing unity and modernization. The stars, the globe, and the number 2 come together with crisp clarity when the strike is fresh and clean. On the reverse, Germany's national design carries a powerful cultural heritage, making these coins not only collector's items but pieces of European history. The Euro cent series has also built a reputation for surprising errors, some caused by die fatigue, some by slight minting misalignments, and others by variations in the plating process. Although not every 2014 F coin carries an error, the mere possibility adds excitement for collectors constantly searching rolls, jars, and bags of loose change from Germany. Error hunters have increasingly turned their attention to this year, hoping to uncover something extraordinary. The modern coin market has shown that even tiny, low-value coins can achieve remarkable prices when rarity and grade align perfectly. We have watched as collectors shift their focus from old silver and gold coins to modern low-mintage and high-grade copper-plated pieces. This shift has dramatically increased competition for coins like the 2014 F2 Eurocent, especially in top-tier mint state condition. Each time a new collector decides to complete the entire German mint mark series, the specific coin becomes even more valuable due to its scarcity. Auction houses and private numismatic platforms have reported a steady rise in interest over the last few years. As more collectors recognize the limited population of high-quality specimens, prices have climbed accordingly. The 2014 F issue represents a moment in modern European currency history where a small denomination coin turned into a major collectible, supported by low survival numbers and steadily increasing demand. And now the part many viewers wait for. What is the highest known value for the finest preserved example of this small yet highly desirable coin? After careful market analysis, expert evaluations, and private collector reports, the highest estimated value for a flawless mint state specimen has reached an extraordinary $25,000. Next coin. This is the story of the 2 Eurocent issued in the year 2002 with the F mint mark. A simple copper-colored piece that launched at the very beginning of the Euro circulation era and has since gained unexpected fame among serious collectors. The year 2002 is historically significant. It marks the official introduction of euro coins and banknotes across many European countries. For the first time, millions of people shifted from their national currencies to one shared monetary system. During this transition, European mints worked at extraordinary speed to meet the massive demand for new coinage. But even during such high-intensity production years, there were remarkable variations in output between different mints and denominations. The Stuttgart Mint, represented by the F mint mark, produced fewer 2-cent pieces than many other mints did during the launch year. And because it was the first year of circulation, the vast majority of these coins entered daily use immediately. Very few were preserved in pristine, untouched condition. This is one of the key reasons why the 2002 F2 Eurocent has become an unexpected rarity today. Coins with low denominations face the heaviest wear in circulation. They pass quickly from hand to hand, scratch against metal objects, slide across counters, fall into pockets and bags, and often spend years exposed to harsh conditions. Copper-plated coins are highly sensitive, losing their brightness and sharpness rapidly. Finding a 2002 F example that still looks like it just left the mint is incredibly difficult. And in the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Collectors who specialize in euro coinage view the year 2002 as the foundation year of the entire Euro series. Coins from this year are not just currency. They are historical markers representing a major economic transformation. Completing a full set of 2002 euro coins from all participating mints has become a challenge for dedicated collectors, especially when it comes to finding the rarest pieces in top condition. The 2002 F2 cent coin is one of those key pieces that often becomes the missing link in someone's collection. But the appeal of this coin goes beyond its year and mint mark. The design of the 2 Eurocent itself reflects the early philosophy of the European Union. The globe motif on the obverse symbolizes unity and cooperation among member states. The smooth map, the stars, and the elegant numerals showcase a modern European identity built on collaboration. For collectors who value symbolism, this coin captures the emotional and historical shift of an entire continent. The reverse design, depending on the country of issue, carries its own national character. German coins from 2002, including the F mint mark pieces, are known for sharp detailing and a distinctive clean strike. When preserved well, the edges, lettering, and embossed features appear crisp and refined, making high-quality examples visually stunning even though the denomination is tiny. Over the years, the 2 Eurocent series has also become known for hidden rarities and varieties. During the early minting years, slight variations in die alignment, pressure, and planchet quality created subtle differences across millions of coins. Some collectors spend years studying these details, seeking out micro-varieties, anomalies, and lightly struck errors that increase a coin's desirability. Although not every 2002F piece shows such features, the excitement of potential discovery keeps collector interest strong. Another factor that contributes to the growing value of this coin is the shift in the global coin market. As traditional vintage coins become more expensive and harder to find, many collectors are turning their attention to modern rarities, coins that are still relatively new but have extremely low survival rates in mint state grades. Modern European coins, especially those from the early 2000s, are now experiencing a surge in demand. As more collectors join the search, scarcity becomes more pronounced, pushing the value of certain coins far beyond expectations. Auction data from private collectors, European dealers, and specialized numismatic exchanges reveal that the 2002 F2 Eurocent has become one of the standout modern copper-plated coins, especially when found in exceptional condition. The combination of being a first-year Euro issue, scarcity in high grade, strong international demand, and historical significance has elevated this small coin to a position of prominence in the collector community. This coin serves as a powerful reminder of a fundamental numismatic truth. Value is not determined by metal or size. It is determined by rarity, condition, and storytelling. A tiny piece of copper can hold more value in history than a heavy coin struck in precious metal. And the 2002 F2 Eurocent proves that modern coins, too, can become elite collectors' items. So, what is the highest known estimated value for a flawless, professionally graded, mint state example of this fascinating coin? Based on documented private sales and expert valuations, the finest specimens of the 2002 F2 Eurocent have been valued as high as $25,000.